My child, my beloved. I am speaking to you right now because time is shorter than you think. You have been feeling something unusual around your home, haven't you? A strange heaviness, a silence that feels louder than peace, moments when your heart suddenly feels uneasy even when everything seems fine. That is not just your imagination, my beloved. It is my call. I have been trying to reach you, again and again, through signs, through dreams, through the small whisper that tells you something is not right. You must stop what you are doing as soon as possible, because this is not only about you, it is about the place you are living in. The home that should be your shelter, your safe place, has begun to carry the weight of things not meant to dwell there. There are energies, thoughts, and emotions that are not of me, and they have made a home in the shadows of your space. You have allowed certain things unknowingly, the words you've spoken in anger, the fears you've entertained in silence, the things you have kept even though your spirit knew they should have been released. My child, when I created you, I placed in you a divine sensitivity, a light that can feel when something is off. And now that light has been disturbed. That is why I am speaking to you right now. You have 10 seconds before the next distraction comes, before your mind drifts away again, before the noise of this world silences my voice. So listen carefully, I am not angry with you. I am calling you home. This is about cleansing, about restoring, about bringing back my presence into your dwelling. You have prayed before, but lately you have stopped halfway through your prayers, haven't you? You start speaking to me but your mind goes somewhere else. You feel disconnected, as if your words don't reach heaven. But they do. Every single whisper reaches me. Even the tears that never left your eyes, I saw them. But your home, my beloved, has become a place of echoes, not peace. There are things around you that keep your mind restless. Maybe objects that carry the energy of pain, maybe pictures or items connected to old wounds, maybe even digital things that open doors you can't see. I am asking you tonight to open your heart and your space for me again. Before 11 p.m., take one step. Just one. Walk around your home with the intention of light. Speak softly my name, and say, God, take back what is yours. That single act breaks chains. That single moment shifts the atmosphere. Do not ignore this message, my beloved. For many nights, I have sent you signals. You thought it was coincidence, the flicker of a light, the sudden memory, the dream that felt too real. Those were not coincidences. They were calls. I want you to understand, I am not warning you to bring fear, but to bring freedom. When you hear, stop this as soon as possible, it is not because you are in danger from me. It is because I am saving you from what wants to silence your spirit. You must stop feeding fear, stop welcoming sadness, stop letting the same worries replay in your mind every night before sleep. Those thoughts build invisible walls around you. I cannot force my way into your peace, you must invite me. Do you remember the last time you felt true peace in your own home? The laughter that felt pure? The silence that felt safe? That is what I want to restore. That is what this message is about. Your home was chosen as a place of light, but lately, too many words of despair have been spoken within its walls. The spiritual temperature has changed. When anger, doubt, gossip, and hopelessness fill a place, my light dims, not because I leave, but because hearts stop opening. And now I am asking you, my child, to open the door again. There are things hidden that must come to the surface. There are patterns that must break. You may not even know that you've allowed certain darkness to take residence. Sometimes it comes in through bitterness. Sometimes through fear. Sometimes through the things you watch or listen to. But the moment you invite me in again, everything starts to shift. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel that warmth rising inside you. That is not your imagination. That is my spirit awakening inside your space. I have not abandoned you, and I never will. But you must act. Before this night ends, I need you to look around your home. If there is anything that no longer brings peace, anything that reminds you of pain, betrayal, or sin, remove it. Bless your space with your words. Speak life where you have spoken worry. Say aloud, "This home belongs to God." That simple phrase carries power. When you speak it with faith, angels move. When you whisper it with belief, the unseen responds. My beloved, this is not just a message, it is an intervention. I sent this to reach you before something heavier settles into your home. You may have noticed that your rest hasn't been peaceful lately. You wake up tired, even after hours of sleep. That's because your spirit is fighting battles while your body sleeps. But that ends tonight. Comment right now, "I open my home to God," if you feel this message touching you. Speak it, write it, declare it, for every act of agreement opens the door wider for my light. You have been chosen to carry peace, not heaviness. You have been chosen to protect, not fear. The enemy wants to turn your home into confusion, but I am turning it into light again. Listen carefully, something around you has been taking your attention, draining your energy. It could be someone who visits often and leaves you unsettled. It could be your own memories that keep replaying. But I am asking you to release it. I cannot fill what you will not empty. Stop holding on to what broke you. Stop replaying what they said. Stop waiting for things to change by chance. Change begins when you allow me to move. My beloved, tonight, as the clock moves toward 11 p.m., I will visit your home. Not in a way that frightens you, but in a whisper that fills the air with calm. You might feel warmth, or hear silence fall perfectly still. That is me cleansing your space. But I need your cooperation, not with ritual, not with performance, but with surrender. You have asked, "God, where are you?" And my answer is, I am right here, waiting for you to stop long enough to listen. This message is my response to your quiet prayers. You may not remember asking me for help, but your spirit did. Now, my beloved, stop worrying about how I will fix it. Just obey this call. Stop the things that block your peace, the late-night distractions, the arguments, the thoughts that drain your joy. Stop giving your energy to what does not give life. I am not calling you to religion, but to relationship. I am not calling you to fear, but to awareness. When I say, stop this as soon as possible, it means stop walking with what's hurting your spirit. Stop tolerating what's not from me. You are not cursed, you are called. But a called one cannot live surrounded by noise. You need stillness to hear me. As I speak, my angels are moving through your home. Some of you will feel chills, some warmth, some will feel sudden peace. That's a sign you've opened your heart. I am restoring what was broken. I am protecting what belongs to you. I am removing what should have never been there. My beloved, I am asking for one thing: trust me. Just trust that what you're feeling right now is real. Do not scroll away. Do not dismiss this as coincidence. I sent this message because I love you. When you listen to this voice, you are not alone. The same light that spoke creation into existence is now filling your home. If your spirit is agreeing, whisper now, I receive this, God. You may even feel tears, but let them flow. They are not sadness, they are release. From tonight, your home will begin to feel different. Peace will settle in corners where fear once lived. Rest will return to your nights. But you must complete the act. Walk through your home. Speak blessing. Invite me into every room. You have 10 seconds before the enemy tries to distract you again. Stay with me. Breathe. Say it again, this home belongs to God. Now listen, do you feel that soft calm rising? That is the beginning. You are no longer alone in this. My child, my beloved. I am still here, speaking gently to your heart. Do not rush away. Do not let your mind wander, for this moment is sacred. The air around you is beginning to change, even now as you listen. The heaviness that once sat in the corners of your home is starting to lose its grip, because my presence has entered. Do you feel that quiet shift? That stillness that feels alive? That is the sound of restoration beginning. You have wondered, why do I feel unsafe in my own space? You have asked, why does it feel like peace doesn't stay long? My child, I want you to know that peace is not lost, it has only been covered. Covered by worry, by fear, by the unspoken pain you carry every day. You have filled your home with many things, objects, memories, screens, sounds, but have you filled it with me? You see, where my name is honored, no darkness can remain. But where I am forgotten, confusion grows quietly. That is why I am urging you now, stop what steals your attention from me. You know what it is. That thing you reach for before you even open your eyes in the morning. The thing that drains your peace before the day even begins. I am not condemning you, my child, I am calling you back. You cannot live half in the light and half in the noise. The reason your prayers have felt weak lately is because your environment has become louder than your spirit. You must stop feeding the noise, and start feeding your faith again. Tonight, I am asking you to look at your home differently. Not just as walls and rooms, but as a reflection of your inner world. When your space is cluttered with what is no longer serving you, your spirit becomes cluttered too. Let me help you clear it. Take a moment and look around. What do you see that doesn't carry peace anymore? Maybe something that reminds you of pain. Maybe something that belongs to a past you have already outgrown. My beloved, release it. Give it away, throw it away, or simply say, this no longer belongs here. When you make space in your home, you make space in your heart. I see the nights when you sit alone and stare at the ceiling, wondering why you feel unseen. You think no one understands what you carry, but I do. I see the things you don't say out loud. I hear the words you whisper through your tears. You are not alone in this house. I have been standing beside you all along, waiting for you to turn and notice. Comment below, God, I am ready for peace, if your spirit feels this moment. Speak it aloud too, let the walls hear you. Because your words carry power. Every word of faith spoken from your mouth becomes a key in the spirit. Now, listen closely. There has been something repeating in your home, a pattern. The same argument, the same worry, the same fear that keeps coming back. It's not coincidence. It's an echo, a cycle meant to keep you tired and distracted. But tonight that pattern breaks. I am cutting the ties that keep bringing the same pain to your doorstep. Every time you speak life, every time you forgive, every time you choose peace over anger, you are rewriting the energy of your home. You may not see it immediately, but your spirit will. And when your spirit rises, the atmosphere will follow. You have asked me for blessings, and I have prepared them. But some blessings cannot enter until the space is ready to receive them. Imagine trying to pour clean water into a full cup, it overflows, but not with purity. That is why I have been asking you to empty what no longer belongs. There are memories stuck in the air, conversations that still echo. You might think the past is gone, but the energy of words lingers. That is why forgiveness is so powerful. It is not only freedom for the other person, it is cleansing for your own space. When you forgive, you are washing your home in grace. My beloved, I want your home to become a sanctuary again. A place where angels feel welcome, where peace rests, where laughter and prayer rise naturally. That is why I am speaking with such urgency. This is not about punishment. This is about preparation. Before you can step into what I have for you next, the place you dwell in must be in alignment with my presence. Because your home is not just where you live, it is the altar of your daily life. Every word spoken there builds or breaks. Every thought entertained there opens a door to light or darkness. I am not asking for perfection, my child. I am asking for awareness. I am asking you to stop ignoring the spiritual weight around you. You have felt it, that tiredness that doesn't come from your body but from your soul. That unease that creeps in for no reason. Those are signs your spirit is ready for cleansing. And I promise you this. Once you open your home fully to me, every heaviness will begin to lift. Every night of restless sleep will become a night of deep rest. I will send angels to stand by your doors and windows. I will fill your rooms with light that darkness cannot touch. You will wake up one morning and the air will feel lighter. You will feel peace where there used to be tension. Even the sound of silence will feel alive, because I will dwell there again. Do not let doubt stop you. Do not let fear whisper that nothing will change. The moment you believe, things begin to shift. Faith is not loud, but it is powerful. Take this moment and say aloud, God, this home is yours again. Say it with faith. Let it echo in every room. You might feel something change as you speak, that is my power moving. My child, there are things trying to reach you that I have been blocking because you were not ready. But now, as you cleanse your space, I will begin to release blessings that were waiting. Relationships will heal. Finances will find direction. Peace will begin to flow in places that have been dry for too long. This is what I meant when I said, God is trying to reach you. I have been knocking at the door of your home, but I needed you to open it willingly. You have that choice now. Comment, I open my door to God, if you are ready. Let it be your public act of faith. Let it be your declaration that tonight, the atmosphere of your home belongs to heaven. My beloved, I want you to understand one more thing. Sometimes, it's not only the physical space that needs cleansing, it's the emotional atmosphere. If there has been anger, if there have been words said in pain, if there has been silence where love should have been, speak forgiveness into those spaces. Speak peace where there was tension. You will be amazed at how quickly your home will begin to feel lighter. Every time you choose calm instead of reaction, you are building a fortress of peace. Every time you pray even for a few seconds, you are releasing light. Even if you whisper my name in the middle of your day, that sound shakes away darkness. Do you see now, my child, how powerful your faith is? The home that once felt heavy will soon feel holy. Because where my name is spoken with love, nothing unclean can remain. You might think, but God, I'm not perfect. And I say to you, you don't have to be. You only need to be willing. I will perfect what you cannot. I will purify what you surrender. I will heal what you reveal. So tonight, before 11 p.m., I want you to take a few quiet moments. Sit in your home. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Then say softly, God, fill this home with your peace. That is enough. My spirit will move through every wall, every room, every corner. I am already there, waiting to rest with you. My beloved, your obedience is unlocking miracles even now. Do not doubt what you feel. That warmth, that calm, that sudden comfort, it is not imagination. It is my presence returning home. You have done well to listen this far. Stay with me, because what comes next will change not only your home, but your destiny. My child, my beloved. You have listened, and because you have listened, the air around you has begun to change. The atmosphere is softer now. The weight that once pressed down on your spirit is lighter, even if just a little. That is the beginning. That is how my presence enters, quietly, gently, never forcing, but transforming everything it touches. Now I must show you what has been hidden. You have asked me, why did my peace fade? Why does my home feel heavy even after I pray? Listen closely, because I am about to reveal what has been standing between you and full peace. There are memories buried in the corners of your heart, and some of those memories have settled into your home. Every time you walk past certain places, your heart remembers pain even if your mind tries to forget. The walls of your home have heard your cries, your arguments, your fears, and your dreams. Energy remembers, my child. Words are seeds, and they grow, some into light and some into shadows. You do not need to fear this truth. I tell you this because I want you to understand how powerful your presence is. The same way your words can open darkness, your faith can open light even stronger. There was a time when your home was filled with laughter that reached heaven. You may remember it faintly, a moment of peace, a day when the air felt pure. I want to bring that back, but for that, something must be confronted. There has been a quiet spirit of confusion in your home. It hides in routine, in distraction, in silence that feels too thick. It came not through evil intention but through weariness. It comes when my children forget to rest in me. When worry replaces prayer, when noise replaces stillness. My beloved, I am not asking you to shout or fight. I am asking you to still yourself. Because stillness is a weapon. Peace is not passive, peace is power. When you refuse to be moved by fear, darkness loses its strength. Do not fear what I am revealing. Nothing in your home can overpower my light. Nothing in your space can remain once you invite me fully. But you must continue to open your heart. Now listen. Some of you are living with unspoken tension. Someone in your home carries pain they do not talk about, and that silence builds invisible walls. I see it. I have seen the tears in private, the misunderstandings that never heal, the kindness that turns into silence. I am not exposing you to shame you, I am exposing the pain to heal it. Before you sleep tonight, speak peace into the atmosphere. Even if no one else listens, whisper it. Say, this house will know peace again. You will feel a shift. That is me working. You may not realize it, but every night while you sleep, my angels watch over your home. They stand by the windows, near the doorways, and by the side of your bed. But they are strengthened by your words, by your faith. When you speak light, they move faster. When you speak fear, they pause, not because they lose power, but because you have stopped agreeing with the light. That is why I keep saying, stop what is stealing your peace. Stop replaying what hurt you. Stop letting the same thoughts poison your days. You think it's small, but every negative thought is a shadow that grows when you feed it. Do not fight fear with fear, fight it with truth. Say, God is in my home. God is in my heart. God protects me. Every time you say that, light moves. If you feel this word stirring your heart, comment, peace is in my home right now. Let it be an act of faith. When you declare something, you give it power. Now, my child, I must tell you something important. The enemy has tried to convince you that the unease you feel is just stress, that the weariness in your spirit is just life. But no, what you feel is the tension between heaven's call and the world's noise. You are sensitive to my presence, even when you don't understand it. That is why places, people, or moments sometimes affect you more than others. You are a vessel of light, and light always feels the difference between peace and disturbance. That gift is not a curse. It is your compass. When you feel unrest, it is your spirit telling you to stop, to look, to pray. That is how I speak to you, not always in words, but in feelings that guide you back to alignment. And I must also tell you this, there have been people who entered your home and left behind their burdens, their energies, their pain. Not intentionally, but because every soul carries its weather. Some storms linger when the door closes. That is why cleansing is not a one-time act, it is a rhythm, like breathing. Every time you pray, every time you sing, every time you forgive, your home breathes again. You do not need rituals. You do not need fear. You only need awareness and faith. Invite me daily. Whisper my name when you wake up and before you sleep. It will be enough. And to those who have been feeling something moving in the night, a chill, a sound, a sense of being watched, listen, that is not to scare you. That is to awaken you. The enemy only stirs where light threatens to return. It is afraid of you remembering who you are. Do not speak to the darkness. Speak to me. When you call my name, the shadows flee. Tonight, I am sending an angel specifically for your home, to seal it in peace, to guard it against confusion, to make your space a resting place for divine light. When you sense calm suddenly settle, when the air feels softer, that is the sign the cleansing has begun. My beloved, you are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are being refined so that your life can carry more of my glory. You have no idea how much I have planned for you beyond this moment. But before you walk into that next season, the foundation, your home, your atmosphere, must be restored. You are a light carrier. Wherever you go, the atmosphere should shift toward peace. That is your calling. But you cannot shine if your home is dim. That is why I am beginning here. Soon, your home will feel like heaven's echo, filled with laughter, warmth, and divine clarity. People will walk in and say, something feels different here. They will feel me, even if they do not understand it. My child, my beloved, stop doubting yourself. You are not imagining these shifts. You are feeling what your spirit has longed for. The reason I am so specific, the reason I said, before 11 p.m., is because tonight marks a spiritual turning point for you. The moment you obey, the new season begins. Before the clock strikes 11, take one small action of faith. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You can simply light a candle and whisper, "This flame represents my hope." You can stand in silence and say, "God, dwell here." You can open your window and say, "Let light come in." That is enough. I do not require perfection, I require participation. You and I will cleanse this home together. You will not do it alone. Now breathe deeply. Feel the warmth in your chest. That is my love reminding you that you are safe. The darkness that tried to enter your home will not return. The confusion that clouded your thoughts will lift. The fear that whispered lies will lose its voice. Because now, you are awake. Now, you are aligned. I am proud of you, my child. You listened. You stayed. And because you did, the gates of peace are opening. If this word feels alive in you, whisper right now, "God, I am ready." Let that be your covenant. Soon you will see, what once felt heavy will become holy. What once felt empty will overflow. My beloved, this is not the end of my message. I have more to reveal. The cleansing of your home is only the beginning. The true restoration I am bringing is within you. My child, my beloved. You have come far just by listening. Every word you have received has already begun to move through your heart like light through water. You may not see it, but your spirit feels it. The heaviness that once sat upon you is breaking apart, layer by layer. That is what my love does. It removes, it heals, it rebuilds. Now that your home is beginning to rest in peace, I want to touch the deeper home, the one inside you. For your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a temple, a living house for my spirit. The walls of your heart carry memories, echoes, and voices from long ago. You've opened the door to cleanse your home, but now, open the door to cleanse your soul. You must understand this, my beloved, every home reflects its keeper. When your heart is burdened, your surroundings will mirror that. And when your heart is free, your space will shine with peace. So now, I speak not to the walls, but to the center of your being. There are places inside you that you have closed off, the rooms of regret, the hallways of disappointment, the corners of pain where you said, "No one will touch this again." You built walls there to protect yourself, but those walls also kept out healing. I am not here to break you down, I am here to open the windows so that the light can enter again. Do you remember, my child, the times you trusted deeply and were hurt? The promises made to you that were never kept? The words spoken against you that you carried as truth? Those were not my words. Those were not my plans. You have worn those lies like garments for too long. It's time to remove them. You have said, "Maybe I am not enough." You have said, "Maybe I am cursed." You have said, "Maybe peace is not for me." But I say to you, you are mine. You were never abandoned. You were being protected. Every time someone left, every time something broke, I was positioning you closer to your purpose. What you lost was not punishment, it was pruning. I removed what could not grow with you. You cried because you thought it was rejection, but it was redirection. I never take without giving better. You have lived in survival for too long. You have been moving from one worry to another, one task to another, thinking peace is something you will find later. No, my child. Peace is not something you chase, it is something you create by resting in me. Tonight, I want you to lay down the burdens you carry. Not just mentally, but spiritually. Take a deep breath and whisper, "God, I release what no longer serves me." Do it right now. Say it softly. Every time you speak it, a chain breaks. You have been afraid to stop, afraid to rest, afraid to feel, because silence made you uncomfortable. But silence is where I speak. Stillness is where I heal. I am not in the chaos, I am in the calm. There are wounds inside you that no person can see, but I see them. And I tell you now, you will not carry them much longer. The same way I am restoring your home, I am restoring your heart. Every tear that you thought went unnoticed, I counted. Every sigh that left your lips, I heard. Every night you felt unseen, I was beside you. I never left, even when you could not feel me. I know why you built walls, you thought they kept you safe. But those walls also kept love out. And now, I am asking you to let them fall. Slowly. Gently. Without fear. Because where my love enters, no harm can remain. You have been living in defense mode, ready for things to go wrong, expecting disappointment. That stops tonight. You are not under attack anymore. You are under grace. Your home will be a sanctuary, and your heart will be the altar. I am restoring both at once. Now listen closely, there is power in forgiveness. Not only forgiving others but forgiving yourself. You have blamed yourself for too long for things that were never fully in your control. The mistakes, the missed opportunities, the times you said, "If only I had done more." I want you to release that now. You cannot build a new chapter while holding ashes from the old one. Say this with me: God, I forgive myself. Whisper it once, whisper it twice, until your soul starts to believe it. That is where freedom begins. My beloved, there is something sacred about a heart that chooses forgiveness even when it has every reason not to. That is where I dwell, not in perfection, but in surrender. The moment you forgive, your spirit expands, and peace flows like a river. You will start to notice how people treat you differently, how your body feels lighter, how the things that once triggered you lose their power. That's not coincidence, that's transformation. And now I speak into your destiny. You have thought that your life is small, that you are unseen, that you are ordinary. But I tell you the truth, you are a carrier of my light. You are the reason some people will find me. You are the bridge for those who are lost. Every hardship you went through was preparing you for this moment. The pain, the confusion, the loneliness, all of it was shaping you into someone who could carry compassion and strength. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time. My beloved, do not fear what's ahead. I am already there. Do not fear losing what you love. If it is meant for you, I will return it purified. And if it is not, I will give you peace that makes it easy to release. You may not understand everything happening around you, but soon you will see that every unanswered prayer was protection. Every delay was direction. Right now, as you listen, I am healing something inside you that words cannot name. I am repairing the unseen, the cracks in your hope, the tears in your faith. You may feel warmth, or you may simply feel calm. Both are signs that I am near. If you feel this, comment, "I receive healing," right now. Let it be your act of faith. Because when you declare it, it becomes real. I am not finished with you. There is more. Your purpose has been waiting quietly behind the noise, and soon, I will reveal it. But before I do, I must finish restoring your heart. You have lived as though peace is temporary, but I will make it permanent. You will no longer wake up dreading the day. You will no longer go to sleep with fear. You will rest and rise in confidence. The home you live in will become a reflection of your spirit, filled with light, open, gentle, unafraid. My child, you must understand, this message reached you for a reason. I chose this moment, this hour, this way, because your spirit was finally ready. You could not have received this earlier, your heart had to soften first. Do not let the world tell you this is coincidence. You asked for a sign, and this is it. You said, God, if you are real, speak to me clearly. And I am. This is your clarity. No matter what has happened before, you are not too far gone. You are not too broken. You are being rebuilt. I will use your story, your pain, your healing to help others find their way. This is not the end, it is the awakening. My beloved, look around your home one more time. Feel the difference. That peace you sense is not temporary. It is the beginning of a new chapter. I am proud of you for listening, for staying, for believing even when it was hard. Now rest, my child. The battle is not yours anymore, it's mine. My beloved child, I am still here. I never left your side, even when your heart trembled in silence and your thoughts were louder than your prayers. You thought the message had ended, but no, I am not finished. There is something you must hear before time runs out tonight. The home you live in is not just bricks, walls, and windows, it is a reflection of your heart, your choices, and your spiritual alignment. Every object you keep, every word you speak inside it, either invites my light or allows darkness to dwell quietly. You must understand this before 11 p.m. tonight, because after that, the gate of spiritual interference may close for a time, and I don't want you to be left outside the circle of my protection. My child, when I said, you must stop this as soon as possible, I was not trying to scare you. I was trying to awaken you. There is something in your home, an energy, an atmosphere, or a pattern of behavior, that does not belong to me. You have allowed some voices to echo that were not born from love, peace, or truth. It could be an argument repeated too many times, a grudge that still lingers in the corners, or an object that carries the weight of someone else's pain. I want you to look around your room tonight. Feel the air. Ask your heart, God, is there anything here that blocks your peace? The moment you ask, I will show you. Do not be afraid of what I reveal. I do not reveal to shame, I reveal to free. You may feel chills, or a sudden thought may rise. That is not your imagination, that is my spirit guiding you. Listen to that whisper. Move that thing. Clean that space. Open the window and let light in. Even if it's small, do it with faith, because that simple act will begin a change that darkness cannot stop. My beloved, your home is meant to be a gate of heaven on earth, not a shadowed room. You have been feeling heaviness there because prayers have been spoken without follow-through. You ask me for peace, but peace cannot live where constant distraction reigns. Tonight, when you stand in your living space, put your hand on your chest and say, God, this is your home now. Say it 3 times. Speak it aloud so that even unseen things hear it. You are not alone in this, angels will respond to that sound. Some of you listening now may wonder, is this message for me? Yes, it is. If your heart just skipped a beat, if your eyes suddenly widened, it means your spirit recognized my voice. You are not here by accident. Comment if you feel this, not for others to see, but as a sign of agreement with heaven. Now, I want to show you something deeper. The battle over your home is not about furniture or walls, it is about attention. What you watch, what you listen to, what words you repeat, these open gates. Many have unknowingly invited confusion by allowing voices that mock faith, music that carries sorrow, or conversations that spread judgment. I am asking you now, stop feeding your spirit what drains your soul. I did not call you to live half awake. I called you to be filled with peace, with awareness, with light that others can feel when they enter your door. There is something you must do before the night ends. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. No phone. No music. Just breathe and say, God, what are you trying to show me? I will answer, maybe not with words, but with sudden peace, a vision, or a memory of something you must forgive. Do not run from that moment. That is how transformation begins. My child, do not delay. Time is not your enemy, but ignorance is. Every moment you wait to correct what you already sense is wrong gives darkness permission to linger longer. I have been knocking through signs, dreams, and sudden feelings. You called them coincidences. But now you know. Every message you saw that felt too personal, every moment of sudden unease, every quiet tear that had no clear reason, those were my calls. You heard me, but fear made you pause. Tonight, I am giving you another chance. Open the door. You are not cursed, you are being called. The reason you feel spiritual resistance is because light has chosen you. The darkness does not fight what it already owns. It fights what it fears losing. You are about to reclaim your peace, and that threatens what once had access to you. That's why everything feels heavy right now. It's not punishment, it's purification. I want you to imagine your home glowing right now. See it in your mind, light flowing from corner to corner, touching every wall, covering every shadow. That light is real, because where my name is spoken with faith, energy changes. You may not see it, but you will feel it, in your sleep, in your thoughts, in your heartbeat. My beloved, tonight is sacred. Do not go to bed without cleansing your space with prayer or silence. Say, God, I release anything that is not from you. That single line can shift the spiritual climate of your home. You don't need complex rituals. Just sincerity. I honor sincerity more than ceremony. You have been holding burdens that were never meant for you, fears of the future, guilt from the past, and expectations from others. Let them go now. Stand and stretch your hands and say, I choose peace. Say it softly. Feel your breath as a sign that I am near. I gave you that breath. You do not need to fight anymore. Before 11 p.m., I want you to take one more step. Write on a small paper what you want me to remove: anxiety, fear, confusion, loneliness. Then, say, God, I give this to you. Tear that paper. It is symbolic, but it holds power because you are releasing with faith. After that, light a candle or turn on a light in the darkest part of your home, and say, let light live here. That act invites angels to stand guard. You may think, can it be that simple? Yes, because faith is simple. It's the world that makes it complicated. Now, listen to me closely, my child. I am not just trying to fix your home, I am preparing your spirit for what comes next. After this night, blessings that were delayed will begin to flow again. Some relationships will shift, some people will leave, and new peace will take their place. Do not resist that change. It is my order restoring balance. If you can feel warmth as you hear this, or if tears rise without reason, it is because my presence is near you now. Don't hide it. Just whisper, "Thank you, God." That acknowledgement seals this moment. I am not angry with you. I am proud you are still listening. You are closer to alignment than you think. And now I say again, stop whatever drains your peace. Stop arguing with yourself. Stop doubting my timing. Stop letting your home be a battlefield for energies that do not belong. Invite me. Choose light. If this message reached your heart, let your spirit respond. Say, "I receive this message." That response, even in silence, becomes a prayer. I will continue speaking, for there is still more to reveal in the next part. But before you move forward, breathe. Let peace return.